Hello everyone, this is Greyshot 117 here, bringing you a Company of Heroes 2 replay, brought to you by myself. Yes, this is a replay, it's a 4v4 on Port of Hamburg. Thank you, Blue Leader, for your, intro. In any capacity. So, we are the Germans, 2 Wehrmacht, 2 OKW, with Blue Leader, Yavert, 151 and 117 on our side. And on the enemy team, we have Slowpoke, Samuel, Noel, and Toby. Okay players. Overall, not too bad. And then us. My brother and I are a little higher up. Yavert's like mid-tier, and Blue Leader's low. So, there you go. In a capacity, 2 Soviet and 2 British as well. And we shall see. And of course, on this map, we can see here, moving over forces, trying to go for the fuel point. That's most important. Well, yeah, you could keep going over that. I'm not really going to mention what's going on over here. Yeah. So, just some light, comedic affair between good friends that may want to strangle each other. Normal stuff. But anyway, my brother and I on the left side, Yavert and Blue Leader on the right, and it's pretty much OKW fighting on this side. Actually, I think, yeah, with actually a mix of allies and then a mix of allies over here, but it's only Wehrmacht. So it should be interesting. Remember, if you guys want to send in a replay, do so, and I will check it out. Also, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and that's the only plugin I will do. Now let's get to the action. I run to this building. You may be asking, why do you do that? Very simple. That way you don't get this machine gun running in here and placed in this building, because if the allies or Axis place an MG in this building, it's very difficult to get them out, because especially versing this angle, while there's a lot of heavy cover, the enemy can easily put themselves here, have an MG pretty much firing here, or any flank from the right, and it makes it very difficult to take this point. You can always flank through here, which is what I'm doing, which is, as you can see here, kind of moving around so that way we can neutralize this point. Also, my guys are just trying to fire. Kubo's firing. I like how it's just like these random guys out in front, like no reason. Volk squad's firing at will. Try and knock out that MG, which we do so before he can even get back on it to retreat. Running up conscripts, throwing an AT grenade. No! Molotov cocktail, my apologies. Sorry, those heat-seeking AT grenades. I really thought he was going to throw those. The Russian technical achievement with those things is incredible. Absolutely. I mean, like, I didn't even know that they could make heat-seeking AT grenades, but they did in 1941, apparently. Who knew? Who knew? In any case, Kubo's moving up. We're moving up our own troops, capturing this point and retaking their Vickers, because goddamn, why would you not take the Vickers machine gun? It is probably the best instant deployed MG in the game. It's a close second, MG42 with the armor-piercing rounds, but the Vickers, my god, it has built-in armor-piercing rounds, so it'll automatically hurt, it will automatically hurt vehicles, which is great. And the more you upgrade it, the more damage it does. So, of course, we take the fuel, we take the star, and we take this location. So, in the meantime, we're like, hey, this is awesome. My brother made a medical base over here, again, that we can keep his troops going and keep fighting over here. I take this position with my Kubel, and now it's like, okay, should we start pushing over here? No, we can't, because they have another Vickers. Because, of course, this guy's like, well, my first Vickers didn't work. Let's get a second one. As I shown here, increased penetration and field control is second star. First star is increased weapon range, which is why, again, you don't want him in the building. Look at that damage. And the third one, is burst control and accuracy. So yeah, but the penetration thing is the thing. Is like, yeah, I'll do more. It'll pen more vehicles. We can see here again, Yavert having some difficulties. Not in the killing Russian department, but in just pushing up in the front lines. And again, to be fair, it's not like these guys aren't exactly tough. These guys are very smart and very proactive in trying to push up. Though it looks like this, if I see here, it looks like Yavert has been putting a lot of damage on these guys. So can't exactly say it's a bad thing. Although, looks like here is trying to go for the armored car. For those who don't know, the armored car is one of the quickest vehicles you can get in this game. And for the British, goddamn, this thing is a very powerful, very good early armor unit. That is good for against, like, the half-track or the scout car. It has a decent amount of armor, and it's actually very fast, so good for that. Nice Nice movement. Yeah, we're getting out of the building before that goes in. Moving up an MG. And actually, with enough concentrated fire, looks like he's able to push them back. Blue leader coming around with a flank. Very nice. Good combo. Also bringing up mortars to counteract, of course. Even a mortar pit, which I guess they're assuming the mortar's going to be there. So there's that. We can see here, I'm trying to flank around. This MG's over here. I'm like, hey, what's up, MG? Because, you know, if I can flank up, I do hate how, like, I'm being shot at. It's actually doing a little bit of damage, but whatever. Move up, come from behind, light him up, and we can see that health bar drop like a goddamn rock. Gonna try to kill it. Will I kill it? Yes, I will. Boom, bada bing. There goes his other MG. Yeah, he's mad. Also, he got a third MG, because why not at this point? Nade capacity, nice flank. Blue leader. Unfortunately, the Royal Engineers are here, and they're actually going to keep. They're actually provide some shots off. For those who don't know, pretty much Royal Engineers can get inside this, or any unit can get inside here, provide not only fortification defense, but they activate this unit special, which is a fire rate. And as you can see here, we're going to see mortars firing. It's going to be really annoying. Mortar half-track over here, though, should actually is a nice. It's actually a nice counter to this, because if you can do a nice flame barrage, it can do quite a bit of damage. Also, yeah. Flame barrage. We can see here the health slowly decrease. They did brace it, but the fire's still in it, so it will hurt it. But if you can get up close and you know, do some Panzerfaust or keep mortaring it, other things, it should die very shortly. Because again, once you do this hardened structure ability, you can't re-brace it. That's the big thing. You can't re-brace it. Also, I like how these engineers are like stuck and slowly burning. That's great. Oh my god, do it. Nice hit. Very close to killing it. Taking the field, taking the star. Right now the biggest threat is mid. I keep my Kubo here just making sure, because I didn't want to fight this, which is coming around the flank. You see here again, Noel, he's making sure he's losing infantry, but he's trying to refocus on this scout. He really wants this thing out. And I think like he thinks this is going to counter. Now, for myself, I got myself a Lukes, because they have a lot of units that are infantry focused, but they don't have a lot of ATs, so that's why I went with the Lukes. While my brother, on the other hand, as you can see here, is going for just the normal Panzer headquarters. That's what he's saving up for. So it is a cost-effective. Do you want the early strong unit, or do you want to save for a stronger earlier to get late game armor out? It's a nice counterbalance that, again, it's like you really have to plan for it. But if you talk with your allies and be like, okay, one person will push and then the other person will push, you have a nice steady rollout of heavier forces that you can bring out. Unfortunately, though, as we see here, we have a scout car, and no matter how many times, unfortunately, you have our Panzerfaust this thing, we can see here that it's still gonna coast away pretty quickly and do a little bit of damage. Now, luckily, he did at least his mortar half-track was saved. That being said, the allies are unfortunately pushing in with more forces, very close to killing his mortar half-track. That would really help them if they can kill it. Nice MG, again, we want to make sure they don't flank. And right now, it's right here that the big issue is. Moving on my Lukes, try to help out, and of course, I have the Vickers that I stole from earlier, trying to move up for a better position. We can see here, unfortunately, my brother is having some issues. He's being overrun. Luckily, the Vickers he has is causing some damage. I'm moving over to flank, and also support gun, because why not? Support gun's awesome. Moving up my Lukes, as you can see here, my Lukes is going toe-to-toe with an armored car. As you can see here, I'm doing quite a lot of damage, but his shots are very, very accurate, and I didn't want to keep fighting him because I was worried about AT grenades rushing up, so I'm pulling back for the moment. Luckily, here's the thing. Once, as shown, they have a bunch of infantry section. Infantry section can be equipped with anti-armor forces, aka the Piats and the Brens, which are going to get the infantry, but basically, the Piats are the basic anti-armor thing, the upgrade they can have. The problem is not as accurate nor as fast as a bazooka, which I mean fast for a reason, meaning a Panther can outrun the shot, or a very fast armored unit. If it's a slow, heavier tank, then it's going to have issues. Unfortunately, it looks like here they are going to heal this thing. Also, a lot of mortars. Goddamn. I find it funny how, like, I wonder if anyone else experiences this, where one side will literally shout to the heavens with the other's mortar spamming, so they counter, and then the other person, like the person that thinks that the other side was mortar spamming, so they counter with their own artillery, that the original side says they're mortar spamming then. Oh, it's great. Oh, come on, Panzerfaust it. You can do. Oh no, just run now. Run, you're gonna die. Oh my god, just too many forces. Too many forces. And A capacity, we can see here they have a T-70. And the Lukes is good against infantry. T-70 is really good against just infantry and light armor. The Stewart, it's like middle tier. Not really great. It's okay. I actually put it more as a scout tank, but it has its own benefits. But the Lukes, again, can go toe-to-toe with this thing, along with the Stewart. But again, this thing is more designed against infantry, which is the big thing. Unless you upgrade it. If you get this thing upgraded, oh, man. Oh, my God. It's great. It's great. Infantry won't have a prayer, and it will actually fight against light vehicles. Not heavy vehicles, mind you. God, no. I find it funny that sometimes if you get in a match and people like spam 4 Lukes and like, well, if my math is correct, I will have 4 Lukes, which equals 1 medium tank, which means I will swarm his tank, his T-34, and completely annihilate him. And then, of course, T-34 barely takes any damage and kills him, and he's like, why didn't that work? And it's like, dude, the gun. Anyway, as we can see here, his little guy is fighting me, but luckily, Blue Leader has a pack gun waiting. Also some frontline forces just trying to hold. And again, unfortunately they're upgrading with the, their forces, which... Oh, come on! Nice! Nice hit! Squad wipe his forces. Awesome. Man, I will say this. The Blue Leader and them might be being pushed... Oh my god. Blue Leader and them might be being pushed back, and I think he should have fell back a lot sooner. Honestly. Oh, nice pack shot, but alas. Oh, no. Run. Oh, mortar carriage, what are you doing? Oh, pathfinding just screwed this thing. Yeah. Smoke, little guy, smoke. Oh, no. Oh, wow. You turned the wrong way. Where are you? Oh, I love this. He's hiding. Just hide. Oh, no. Damn it. Again, good against light vehicles. Oh, god damn it. Now I feel bad. But I have to say that it again, and my Luke's is on standby. I feel bad, but then I don't because he's about to get Panzerfausted to hell. Or so it would seem. That would be the perfect opportunity. Come on, Blue Leader, Panzerfausted. There we go. I will say, Yavert, that was your fault for not Panzerfausting when it went through. You probably could have saved this half-track. And I could see why Blue Leader got that half-track. I wondered why earlier, because I wasn't paying attention on my side, but they were taking a lot of equipment from their side, so it makes sense that he got that so he could reinforce on the front lines. That being said, my Lukes is just going, as you can tell, they're doing quite a bit of damage, but my Lukes, still... not as heavily damaged and still can do it. But as you can see, if it wasn't for the added support, this T-70 would have the benefit. Because again, T-70 is better firsting armor than my unit was. So there's that. Come on, pack, kill it. Oh, so close. So very close. Oh my god, stay in the smoke, you moron. Fire at it. Why won't you fire on it? There we go. Stupid goddamn armored unit. That being said, we have a Cromwell moving up and then instantly retreating because guess what? My brother is making sure this area is pretty much heavily defended. I have an MG over here. We have double over Kettons in case they move up. Nice little support gun. Good defenses. And of course, my brother's Panzer headquarters. Make sure they don't flank. I put mine here so that way they don't come this way. I blocked this up because that way I can start focusing on this side. And I didn't want them to flank me even though we're doing pretty well. So, right now, how everything's going. Not too well. While we're holding mid, Blue Leader and Yavert are having difficulties fighting this area. Although, as I stated, this guy is facing some serious losses. So, they've been causing some substantial damage. But, alas, they've just not been able to really... This Soviet player has been really annoying them. Anyway, it's been long enough. Let's get into Doctrine, shall we? So, this Samer guy, he went the Guard Mortar. This is okay. I actually like it. It's a good overall Doctrine because the vehicle crew repair is great for healing your T-30-45s, which you get, which are upgrade T-34s with better guns and armor. Marked vehicle makes it easier to kill tanks, especially the big heavy tanks, which is great. Put it on a King Tiger, it makes it easy to kill it. Guard's rifle is great for sniping infantry, and even better for fighting against armor. And the heavy mortars are just, goddamn, they're just very, very annoying. Why can't I see his forces? There we go. Does he have 2? Yeah, he has 2 heavy mortars. which is going to be very annoying to kill, because these things are very powerful and deadly. And Relic at a time was like, you guys are complaining about this these quote-unquote mortars a little bit too much, so we're going to help you guys out. Really? No. What we're going to do is actually increase damage. Have fun! Yeah, that was the thing Relic actually did, that when people complained about damage, they up the damage, which I don't get. Anyway, Slowpoke, which I think I've versed in before, has shock troops, which are going to be annoying, because again, very, very powerful infantry. Probably the best infantry the Soviets have. Nice shot with the Panzerschrecks. Again, pushing up. I'm waiting for a flank. Trying to push up here. Luckily, the Centaur... unfortunately, the Centaur is just mowing him down. But luckily, we do have a nice... Well, we did have a nice flank coming in until that happened. Go, my Lukes, go! My guys, like, just keep running. Even though they have a Cromwell moving up. I love these. The shock troops hiding in the corner. It's like, really? God damn it. Anyway, luckily enough, Panzerschreck forces push them back. I'm going to run like hell. Nice flank, but unfortunately just too many, just the MG and everything tore him apart. So, nice try, Blue Leader. Not really going to work. Unfortunately, as we can see, the old Toby's moving up. Old Toby? Green is moving up. Anyway, to finish it off, IL-2 bombing run's great for direct hits, and ISU-152 is great for long-range sniping of infantry and armor alike. Not as good as the Yag Tiger, mind you, but still a really good tank destroyer. Now, I like how my guy just made it through. In any case, let's see what this guy went. So they went Special Weapons Regiment, which is good. Crocodile's very good at killing infantry and medium armor. Concentrated Fire Operation Barrage is good for just fortified targets. Resupply Hat-Track's good for giving all your allies it's like special weapons that the British have. And again, you give Soviet conscripts those added guns, and goddamn, they can be annoying. Such as these. Again, those upgraded LMGs. Now, if we keep going, Tactical Support Regiment. This is great because you get to, of course, decimate command vehicle. Also, over here you get tank hunters. I don't really see people use these. That's the thing. But whatever, they're an option. They're an infantry section with AT weapons. Again, I don't see anyone use them. Air supply. You may be wondering what the heck this is. It's very simple. You can drop down supplies and special weapons around here, which is why you probably get the MG and the AT gun, because it literally drops down all that stuff. And it's really cool, because again, it can also drop down medic stuff. But it's 150 munitions, and you get a free MG and AT gun. That's a good deal. That's a really good deal. Where's... Oh, yeah, now they have artillery fire coming in, trying to break us up over here. Our stuff is kind of close together, but again, it's not that much of a deficit, because, again, it is enough apart that it would take a lot. It would take, let's say they had the bombers, it would take a lot of bombers to hurt it. Now, the big thing about this doctrine is the forward operation post, which has a lot of cool special abilities, if they can equip it. And as we can see here, they don't really have that unit available, or pretty much option, so they won't. Also, we can see here they upgraded to the hammer, which gives them the comet, and this guy upgraded to anvil, which gives him the Churchill. So again, you have the very heavily armored tank, and the tank that has good armor and a very good gun. So there's that. But anyway, the artillery cover is probably the most... It's probably the most OP weapon the British has that no one ever uses. Everyone thinks that the bombers is like the best thing. No, that artillery cover is annoying as hell. It will kill all your stuff in the area. Now we have a nice flank here with T-34-85s. The Stug trying to fight the Centaur, but unfortunately the flank is coming in. Luckily another Stug coming in. Again, looks like the Stug army. Wow, getting some nice shots on the T-30-45. And yes, nice hit. Good kill. And the Stug gets the final shot. That's a nice... I think they moved in being like, guys, we got this. And it just literally ended up being like a terrible, terrible mistake. Oh, that could have been very bad. But it actually turned out to be pretty good. Stug moving over. Blue Leader, I think that could be a bad move. The Stug is okay. It's like a light anti... It's a tank destroyer. It's a light tank destroyer. It can't really reverse T-30-45s, but goddamn is Blue Leader not trying to cause havoc. Throw a bunch of AT grenades, it's going to be stuck in... Yeah, it's dead, unfortunately. Spreading out the mortars, good job, because again, that way the mortar half-tracks have to hit multiple targets instead of one location. Nice Panzerwerfer hit, getting some nice shots off. If he thinks he's going to charge over here and everything's going to be whoop-dee and dandy, he's sadly mistaken. Goddamn. Oh, really kill this? Oh, come on, kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Yeah! That's what you get for overextending. Oh my god. This is a good choke point if the enemy is over here. You can pretty much MGs and AT guns, but goddamn. Note to self, that's a lot of forces you're fighting, and you could easily just, like, put yourself into a bad situation. Now, with the comment, he made himself a command tank, and if you're wondering what that does, it gives him free recon planes. Yeah, he gets recon planes that constantly fly over that tank. The problem and detriment of that ability is the fact it slows the vehicle down. So it's harder for it to escape. Even with war speed, it's very, very slow. Right. Anyway, so you may be asking yourself, Greyshot, why do you have a Pack 43 over here? And why do you even have that? Well, I want fortifications. That allows me to play in bunkers and build fortifications in mines, such as the Pack 43. You ever went to Spear Doctrine, which is why he has the mortar half-track. Also pretty good because he gets the Tiger and this fragmentation bomb, which is great against infantry, bad against armor. Oh, look here, we have that building. Remember that building I talked to you about? Yeah, guess what? Strafing on air support. Recon. Smoke artillery. High explosive artillery. Yeah, pretty good vehicle overall, have to say. I mean, unit. Because, again, that's a lot of cool abilities you can call in. So, yeah. That Doctrine, again, it's very munitions heavy, but goddamn, it's very good. You can also see over here, they have a lot of men over here. Looks like they're trying to focus all their forces on one sector, trying to break them. Unfortunately for us, we're just trying to break over here and try to flank. We take this point and we're trying to push right and try to do a nice hit, knock out the mortar emplacement, kill all these guys, and try to relieve some pressure off them. Because again, we have to be smart about this. We can't just, like, assist over here and cause one big smorgasbord of fire. While that might sound like a good idea, with the British heavy armor, they can go toe-to-toe with German heavy armor, and that makes it very, very difficult to just go toe-to-toe with them, especially with their heavily armored Comets and Churchills. And then the Soviets, with their tank destroyers, it just adds to the difficulty. So what do? Well, make them fight where they don't want to fight. For example, see this Churchill? I'm building these Pack 43s because they can shoot through any obstacle. You call that BS, call that bullshit, call that whatever you want. I just said the same word twice in two different ways, but whatever. In A capacity, Pack 43 can cause a lot of damage long range to even the most heavily armored unit, as shown here. And even though they're using their Pack 43 to kill it, I like my guys still healing it. It's still defended from the buildings here, so that's also why I put it. Now I'm also going to try to place one over here, so that way Yavert and Blue Leader have a decent defense. I don't want to move it up too much because, again, while I could put it here, infantry could easily shoot at it, and I really don't want that. I want it having at least some cover. Although I could have probably put on more, and that probably would have been a better benefit. It also, moving up further, increases its chance of being hit by artillery. In A capacity, though, as you can see, we're currently having issues. They are currently beating us. We're essentially being forced on one side of the map. Luckily, a nice Stuka barrage does a lot of damage. Almost kills the forward operating post by the British. That being said, the British are getting their own armor and lots of forces as well. Firefly coming up. So, yeah, that could be a big, big issue. That being said, they really don't know the power of this Pack 43, so, you know. Okay. Did they just call it a bombing run? Whatever. Anyway, Pack 43's in range, causing a lot of damage. Boom! And it's instantly killed by the Panther. Again, we're essentially making it a zone, as shown here, that they can't fight us. That they can only fight us with infantry. And if you can cause a detriment to the enemy in any capacity, whether it being stopping infantry, armor, artillery, whatever, it makes it more difficult for them to confront you. And sure, they could always change their strategy or whatnot, but if you can make it so it's more difficult for them to do whatever they need to do, that's better for you, honestly. Anyway, as you can see here, they're focusing a lot more men over here and kind of like thinking, oh god, what should we do? Because again, we're trying to kill this mortar emplacement, and as we see, the fire is going to do it. Boom, there it goes. Less mortars coming in, meaning our buildings and stuff over here will be safe. and secured. Also over here to make sure they don't come through, I put a little barricade so that way we don't get flanked. I hate getting flanked on that little tiny, like, bridge. So I just put a little bit there. That way, of course, they could always use an engineer to get rid of it, but if they click and try to go through there, they'll automatically go to the spot where my NG's faced and not to another spot. As you can see here, this Soviet guy's like, well, guess what? My guy sucks, so I'm going to just mass produce shock troops. And that can be a good strategy if they can get in range. One of the reasons why I love the B4 Doctrine is the fact I can deploy shock troops, but I get a special ability which increases their speed. So that way I can bum rush the enemy positions and make sure my shock troops can get maximum effective range quicker and be more effective. Move up the Centaur, didn't want them taking it, so we killed it. But yeah, as you can see here, they moved up thinking they're amazing. Sorry, no you're not. Also, amazing arty strike. Thank you. I think it was Red Man's or Blue Leaders. It was, I'm sorry, no, yes, it was Yaverts. My god, why do I keep saying Red Man this game? I think it was just because I talked with him earlier. Anyway, awesome plane crash. A lot of anti-air in the area, so planes are a bad idea. If you have a lot of anti-air on the map, just use artillery-based or weapons, because it's going to be very difficult to call in, you know, any type of plane without being annihilated. Now, you may be wondering, Greyshot, why aren't you retreating? You're backing yourself in a corner, and that's a crocodile. It's going to murder you. Very simple. Pack 43 eats crocodiles for breakfast. And with Panzer Strike forces hitting it, this guy's going to focus on my infantry. And my Pack 43 is going to be like, sorry. Boom. I could have probably stayed there a little bit longer and probably could have killed it, but whatever. I caused substantial damage to it, and that will knock it out of play for at least a good few minutes. So that's why I did that. Anyway, as we can see here, Yaver's trying to push up, trying to do some damage. We can see here he does have a Tiger, and so does Blue Leader, so they at least have they have some good heavy armor. Again, it's 27 minutes in the game. As you can tell, this is a long game, but still. They're definitely getting more armor and more force to try to retake this territory and retake their side. While we're, on the other hand, as you can see here, been clearing it for quite some time, but we've been kind of focusing at this munitions point, which is why we kind of lost our forces. Also, as you can see here, kind of a good range of forces over here. Love how the crocodile's not getting repaired. Love it. Anyway, Churchill facing the wrong direction. Oh, Comet facing the wrong direction for some reason. Not sure why. Whatever. Whatever makes it look backwards and go doop-de-doop, I do not care, as long as that helps us out. Anyway, double Tigers. That will be better than these two T-3045s or two Comets, but if you add both of these forces together and flank, Tigers will most likely lose. Which is why, again, it's good to have support. Well, guess what support they have? Pack 43. So if the Tiger is chased or something, or they go in for the kill, Pack 43 will almost instantly knock them out. Because usually they'll chase it and they'll be like, I just need one shot left, even though my tank's crippled. And the Pack 43 will cripple it and neutralize that target. So there's that. Also, they destroyed the bridge. That was a thing. And mortar half track, we're trying to get forces through. And now pathfinding for the win, as shown. Be easier to go around, but no, whatever. You can see here we're moving up, so like taking more forces and areas. Katyusha's over here. Can't really do all that much. No matter how many times we move up there, then they do this strafe, which I'm assuming is this building. Yeah, strafing the running air support. How they do damage but do no damage? Alright, whatever. This Soviet guy is swarming up. Also, I love how he's planting mines. And it's just like, dude, do you even know who you're versing? I am the guy that's king of mines. I am the guy who has a minesweeper every time I attack, because I anticipate mines. Also, I'm like, I see this, I'm like, alright, can I shoot this guy and make him detonate his own mine? Can I do that? And I'm like, oh, it doesn't want to fire. God dang it. He's so lucky that smoke it, because one shot, boom, there goes an engineer squad. Whatever. This guy does not have AT grenades. So, yeah, I'm just going to keep, you know, killing. And keep ranking up my guys. And they retreats because they realize, oh, I don't have anything. Well, too bad for you. He does have a Firefly move up, which sucks. I don't think I'm paying attention at the time. No, there we go. Pathfinding for the win. Get right behind so he can't see me. Yeah, chase me. I dare you. Double Verkenwerfer. missing with the rocket shot. That was pretty epic, my brother. Oh my god, can they get the final kill on it? Yes, they do. That was an upgraded Firefly too. So that cost them quite a lot. And plus, it was 100 munitions to fire that thing. So all in all, that's 150 munitions the British just wasted on a. And yeah, the British need munitions a lot more than most other factions because of all their specials and abilities. So yeah, that's a huge loss for them. In A capacity, what's our current plan? Well, it's very simple. My brother is currently just trying to get armor on this side. I'm trying to focus on mid and trying to figure out what do I do. Well, I do have a Stuka, which has been helping. And I do have the Pack 43s, which have been helping. But as you can see, I'm near pop cap. But the good thing is, I have all my buildings out so I can get a King Tiger or armor when needed. Also, as you can see here, my Pack 43s are on standby. They push up even a little more. And boom, bada, bing. They get destroyed. Now, we do need recon, though. That's the thing. We need recon over here. But when they fire... When you fire, that is automatic recon, alright? So if they fire a shot, we can fire at them. So that little, like, hit right there maybe is enough for a Pack 43 to get target and hit it. But as you can see, 2 Pack 43s instantly push it back. This allows, since they have less firepower, obviously, the Tiger to move up. And the Tiger, which Yavor has been waiting a long time to get some payback on these guys, is going to move up and try to take this point. Because right now they're actually kind of... You know, this is the main point contention. If they take this star and hold the star, we lose by points, which is something we don't want to happen. Luckily, again, we have a nice flank over here by my brother's forces. And this Command Panther is allowing them to, of course, have better sight range and also move up and move quicker, which is great. Also, I love how it just gets shell-shocked. Moving up, trying to do quite a take out a few men over here. Comets over here really surprised blue leaders and trying to flank. Oh, there we go. There he goes. I was going to say, I thought he flanked. I have some forces up. I did take some casualties, which is why that guy's up. Unfortunately, the Soviet guy's moving up with a big flank. Luckily, they do mark target on this, but it's too late. Comets already done. That's a huge loss for that guy, for that British player. T-34 is moving up, but because they killed some of my forces, I bring up my mighty king. And guess what the king's gonna say? No. Just no. Also, this guy ran up, forgetting about my Pack 43. So the Pack 43 is gonna be like, I'm gonna eat for breakfast. And boom, bada, bing, there goes that armor. There goes the armor on over here. Tiger is crippled after being rammed by this T-30-45. That's a desperate move a Soviet player will do to keep a unit stationary. Typically, it won't bust the engine. By making it mobile, it'll just hurt it. It'll just cripple the engine. Making it slowly move back. And with his special ability, I believe Belulia has special ability to activate smoke, which he does. He can slowly but surely use smoke, pop smoke, and instantly escape without really facing much issue. But as you can show, there was a lot of armor destroyed, more armor destroyed, and now we're pushing up trying to knock out some of these key locations, such as this objective. They do have, nothing. Yeah, they have nothing. Okay. So we're going to move up, start clearing house, just taking all these forces. I don't have an MG, which is probably a big mistake I had. Also, I have it upgraded, so this is free fire's on. For those who don't know, if you have free fire on, kind of bad. And as you can see here, they're mad. We have a new line of freshly made allied forces coming in. You're like, oh, they have no tanks. And then like 5 come on the field, and it's like, god damn it. Yeah, so although we are doing really well, we're trying to kill this mortar emplacement because that's been, as you know, bothering Yavor and Blue Leader for quite some time. You neutralize that thing, really helps. Now, they do mark target on this, I think, which is why it's up here. Luckily, I killed it. I'm going to go full retreat. I'm like, get the heck out of here. Now, if you don't know what's going on, Recon is just deployed over here, and I just activated my zeroing artillery, which... You may be asking yourself, why, Greyshot, would you ever do that? Very simple. Also, my tank's crippled, which makes it great because it adds more recon. But they'll essentially call in artillery all over this area. So as long as there are allied vehicles and units in this area, artillery is going to come down at a faster and faster rate and start just hitting all of it, as you can see right now. Boom, there goes the Comet. Oh, the Su-85 is almost dead, causing lots of damage to the armor, the infantry, everything in the area. And yeah, that essentially allowed us to do quite a lot of damage, pull back a lot some of our men. Even though we lost 2 armored units, we still have a lot of free supplies. For example, look at me. Even though I did lose my king, I still have quite a lot of forces. Compared to the allies, which lost, again, a good chunk of their armor. That being said, they have a lot of armor built up, but, for example, this Noel guy lost a lot of men, so that's 1 player neutralized, while I still have a good amount of forces. And that being said, I believe Blue Leader... No, actually, Blue has a ton of men, too, and actually, Tiger's still up. Cool. Very nice. But we were able to take a lot of ground, cause a lot of damage, and even though that wasn't a successful push, and we were able to hold that territory, that's still a crippling blow to an enemy that thought this was like GG at this point. So in any capacity, they're moving up with their Churchills, thinking, oh, this is going to be great. Pack 43 is still a bitch. So he's going to move in thinking he's all that. And unfortunately, this gives recon, which allows my Pack 43 to spot him and just start opening fire. Very lucky. By the way, the more you upgrade the Pack 43, the better it is. And eventually you can make it so that way it can, it's actually a slightly longer range. I think it'll actually increase the, see this like red, black thing here? That's how far it'll do. Also, nice job hitting that crocodile, hitting all the engineer squads off it. Again, while an engineer is repairing, that's a vital time to hit a target. Because again, you hit it exactly during that time, boom bada bing, neutralizes almost all the engineers on it instantly. Because they're so weak while repairing, it's great. Unfortunately, as you can see here, he's calling in that artillery cover. As long as the person who activates this ability has recon in that area, it activates these like artillery shells that are very good at killing armor, infantry, suppressing, blinds them. It's really annoying and very powerful. In A capacity, we're just holding our line here. Still have a decent line anyway, pushing up more men. Pack 43 is being remade because, again, this thing was very vital. Move it up slightly farther than it was before. I wish I would have got the free cover with it. There we go. There, it's building right there. Almost. They didn't get all of it, but, you know. Healing star buildings right now because that's also a big thing we have to do. Luckily, my brother has a nice Panther force. Well, as you can see here, I'm going more support and King Tiger oriented. So that's what I'm trying to do anyway. Moving up a lot of Volk squads, trying to retake this munitions, because again, we still don't have this munitions. And even though we did cause a lot of damage, we didn't necessarily win. Also, I love how this engineer tried to put down mines and just got entirely just annihilated. Also, please, yep, there's my Stuka. Always trying to go for the vital points. Anyway, Yavrt's moving up forces, trying to fight, trying to take this out. Moving up a lot of men, again, trying to go for the flank, because the flank has been working really, really well. We've been kind of astonished by how well it's going. Infiltration grenades, my brother went special operations, which allows infiltration grenades, along with the recon, the flares, which you saw earlier, and the command tank, which is great at just, again, like I said, increased range and increased movement for all vehicles in its range, which is a pretty far area. So, again, that's pretty cool. I didn't know Blue Leader and Yavrin went the same doctrine. That's interesting. I saw it earlier, and I just didn't connect it. Anyway, as you can see here, they're moving up, trying to kill the infantry and the armor. Churchill, actually, the Crocodile actually is a gun that can go toe-to-toe with a Churchill. I mean, yeah, let me restate that. The Crocodile Churchill tank has a gun that can go toe-to-toe with, oh my god, nice Panzer Warfare shot. Again, don't blob your forces up. Make sure they're far back. They keep healing on the front lines. It's not worth it. Anyway, as I was saying, nice smoke. Panzer Tactician allows smoke for him to pull back. But as I was saying, if I can, God, finish my sentence. The Crocodile has a good gun that can hold off a like anything equivalent to a Crocodile, such as a Panther, in case reversing allies, maybe a Pershing, a Panzer IV, etc. The thing is, it's not great versus more heavily armored forces. That's why you need the extra support AT, which is what he has the Su-85s for and stuff. That way, the Churchills take the brunt of the hits, and then the Fireflies and the Su-85s can knock out the armor shooting at it. It's a pretty good strategy, honestly. Also, look at that Crocodile. Look at that range. Look at that. Isn't that would be terrifying. It is terrifying. Call another Su-85 hit, trying to knock out what I can. Panzer Warfare shots, trying to neutralize them. Now, unfortunately, here's the thing. I do think Yavor should start pushing over here. I like the demo here. That was a because if you don't know, if you go Fog of War, you can see that area, so they can still activate the demo. So that's a really good player who does that. Anyway, coming in with the Panthers again. My brother can go use the comment. Use the comment. Jesus Christ. Use the Panther. I can't say the Panther to save my life. Use the Panther to come in very quickly and then move out. 3-star Panther, nothing to be ashamed of. Blitzing the heck out of here. Look at that thing. It's like on steroids with the added ability. But he's moving up a lot of men, capturing that area. Meantime, moving up my men, trying to take this area. They have a T-30-45 doing Michael Jackson moonwalk, looks like. Sliding all over the place. A capacity. My brother's trying to flank. Try to get rid of this MG for me. That's also great because then I can move up and try to do some serious damage over here. Pack 43 still okay. Forces moving up. T-30-45 is moving across along with additional shock troops. Can't really fight that. Have to pull back. Brother's still here. Again, watched by my Pack 43. Also guarding this area in case he gets flanked. And then mid, we are able to get, because again, Yavor and Blue Leader charged and we're able to push up and do quite a lot of damage. Brothers try to push up a little too far. We do know at least where they are. That's their concentration area. And we've been trying to make sure that we don't keep our areas in a concentration area. That way, again, artillery and stuff don't have one specific target or location to hit us. As you can see right here, that's a detriment because this is a huge area, while instead we have this entire area scattered and filled with forces. That being said, some areas are more packed than others, but whatever. When you have everything packed in one location, it's going to be a huge detriment. Also, you get a nice Panzer Warfare shot, it can really hurt your armor. And A capacity, holding this location. Su-85 is pushing up again. They're trying to move up. They use their long-range sight ability to snipe armor, which is really good. It's something the Firefly and the Jackson doesn't have. The Su-85 is more stationary and it doesn't have the maneuverability of a Jackson or a Firefly. The counter to it is that it can see farther, so it doesn't need the added support, at the cost of course, moving the barrel. But that's what you get. As you can see here, we're prepping for another charge. We have lots of forces readied up. But however, as you can see here, something is, looks like this Soviet player is like, I'm done. Let's use this advantage. For those who don't know, again, there's this bridge here that a lot of people forget about. I swear to God, it's like this thing is hidden, and you have to literally, the allies have to, or Axis have to point out to their fellow, like, players, like, hey, there's this bridge here. So, this guy is pretty smart, and is prepping a massive charge over here, okay? And his goal is to knock out Yavor, quote-unquote. He has this engineer, of course, making sure the bridge is clear. Last thing you want is a demo or something. Even though, let's say, the OKW does not have a demo charge, you could lay the entire bridge with mines and then have one tank shot blow it while tanks are crossing, and then kaboom. But as you can see here, this guy's doing a pretty smart move at attacking the enemy base. Again, we've been causing damage on the front lines, and they know that at least on the current front that they've been losing quite a lot. As you can see here, we have a major assault going over here as well. Also detecting mines because we don't want to be hit with mines. It's amazing how that goes. Also, if we can detonate one right next to their Churchill, that would be incredible. They're hiding their Churchills around the corner and using their Fireflies. We have to move up, and, well, that's a bad move to move up and possibly hit by two flanks, but whatever. Lots of AT shots hitting. We have to move back our Panthers, stuff like that. Unfortunately, these two 80-45s are hitting Yavor's infantry base. Now, luckily, unfortunately for them, I should probably say, that's a better statement. I got a King Tiger at this moment, and Yavor is like, you motherfuckers, come over here. You do not attack my base. Yavor is very, how about this? He's like an elephant. He doesn't forget. If anyone has ever heard of that statement, please, oh god. I like how he tried to place a demo or a mine or something, and just like, nope, that was a bad idea. Oh god, is he really trying to place a demo? Hate to break it to you guys, in case you guys are wondering, this guy's gonna backfire, because we're gonna say he placed a demo. He's gonna probably detonate it, I would assume. I like how this T-30-45 still thinks he can fight the Tiger, because it's marked target, but it's a Tiger, for God's sakes. He's keeping his unit here so he can see the demo. I'm really surprised my shot didn't hit it, whatever. And we push back to small engagement. Boom, there goes the demo, and as you can see, it did absolutely nothing. One demo charge will no longer kill a bridge. For those, just so you know, it will not kill a bridge. Unfortunately, though, because my king was over here, our attack over here kind of failed. We didn't get that much head ground, and actually, they did recap this territory. But at least we sent some forces trying to go over here. I do have quite a few 5-star forces, which is nice. Until, you know, I lose it eventually. But whatever. 3-star Stuka, that's nothing to be ashamed of, because I hate when people do this. If you have a 3-star Stuka or like a 3-star Panzerwerfer or something, do not put it on the front line. Because I hate when people are like, oh, I need to move it up to the front line and make it more accurate. It's like, no. It's like, only move it up when you know it's clear and you know the enemy isn't there. If you think the enemy's there, it's like, goddamn. Also, I love how this guy's complaining about no one helped him with that base charge. But we attacked them over here, which caused 2 of their players to focus on them, making sure we didn't attack their base. So, yeah. Also, my brother got a Jagdpanzer. I'm assuming he got this to snipe, but I don't know why. I don't like the Jagdpanzer all that much. I really don't. It's a good tank, but I think the Panther just beats it. Pack 43 showing who's boss. And this other Churchill's like, I'm going to show you guys how awesome I am. And then just gets instantly, like, pushed back by all the Panthers. And actually, my brother's like, hey, what's up? We have some unfinished business with you. And again, Churchills aren't exactly the fastest, unless you possibly give them, I don't know, some type of special retreat. But as you can see here, at least he was able to get behind this train, which prevents us from seeing him. You can also see here he activated his low ability, which is the artillery cover, which is hurting armor in the range. As you can see, anything in range that they can see will hurt, this artillery will just pinpoint accurate, just start hitting these guys. Firefly coming in on the flank, still in range. Firefly is moving in. If it gets hit, it's probably going to die. There we go. Unfortunately, it's not... Well, never mind. So that's why I say the artillery cover sucks, because it's so pinpoint accurate. It's so accurate, it's ridiculous. Luckily, Blue Leader's been saving forces, so while Yavard's been kind of rebuilding, Blue Leader's been kind of focusing more and more on getting more men. That's pretty good. Also, we can see here, Noel's getting more Fireflies. I can see why he tries to do that. I guess he wants to focus on our armor, but the thing is, we're using a mix of armor and anti-armor. So that's also a thing. Also, god damn it. Bro, stay back until it clears. You can see it on the mini-map. The mini-map will show you, like, how far the range is, so you keep your armor and stuff out of the area for a time. Think of it as a more it's a less harm, well, think of it as like the bombing run. You get out of that area until it clears. Yavin and Blue Leader try a nice charge, killing at 285, but they still have tons of force over here, and tons of Fireflies, my god. Slow turn radiuses make these Fireflies a little bit harder, but to, like, I guess get, like, the target, but when they do, and they, like, all 3 are there, my god, is it I can see what you're trying to do there, hit the armor, but yeah, it did not work. Fireflies, oh boy, yeah, just annihilating those tigers. Oh, missiles. Special coming in, another attack, they're just going to move out of the area. Also, Pack 43 is now in range, so hi. Oh, did I do rail? Yeah, I did my special ability, because I thought they had more forces, that's right. Artillery coming in. Fire, ISU 152 sniping, unfortunately. Brother's pulling back. Luckily, this recon's helping. Again, as long as you keep his unit there, it'll just keep firing this. And he did the stupid move of just moving in as it's coming down. I like how he's running into it. That's a really smart move, dude. Luckily, it didn't. Never mind. I was going to say it didn't cause him damage. And then one last shot kills it. Oh, that's great. In any case, on the right side, my King Tiger is showing them, hey guys, how you guys doing? Oh, you so cute with your little guns. Oh, let me annihilate you. And then there's all these force over here sniping my tank, but it's balancing because, again, King Tiger has the front armor, which is nice to block shots. So while the Fireflies are good at killing tanks, it's hard to, without the rockets, to really hurt these. Now, he used rockets. He's charging. Guess who has a Pack 43, dipshit? He's like, oh, I'm going to charge after your king. It's going to be great. Pack 43 moves into position. Doesn't have any range. Misses. Boom. Yeah, and you need that. You need sight. Doesn't have the sight. Only could shoot the Pack 43. And because he didn't have, I believe, marked vehicle, or like vehicle target, he hit this. Missed the shot. Pack 43, of course. And the King Tiger then showed him who's boss. So, yeah. This guy's building more T-30-45s because, you know, if the award-winning, amazing strategy, this T-34 or 85 charge, I mean, since it has not been working this entire time, let's just keep doing it because it's not working. At least I changed up my forces. Like, yeah, the King Tiger, but I've been better at maneuverability. I've been trying to produce, like, Pack 43s, you know, good locations. But it's just like, I don't know. It's like, I may not be changing my strategy, but that's because they really haven't been able to counter my strategy, which is the big thing. Yeah. In any case, so it's like, for example, it's like, Greyshot, what would your strategy be? Well, it's very simple. I feel like we've been doing pretty good in using artillery to isolate them, and we have a nice, like, line here. So, if I was them, and I'm being serious right now, I would focus a little bit more on Artie, because they have one Katusha out of 2 Soviet players. If they would have gotten more Katushas, I feel like that would have been a good counter. That being said, my Stuka, it's 3 stars. I outrange them, so it would be very difficult. Also, for the British, I find it very interesting that they aren't... what's the best way to describe it? Trying to kill the bridge. So, there's an army of T-30-45s here. And he's going to try again to attack this area. That's a great idea. Anyway, slowly but surely killing the bridge. If I was them, I would force us to a different area. I would put a defensive line here, already strike this whole area, because that's what we're currently winning. I mean, they don't have Artie. They don't have efficient Artie, so we're able to keep repairing our guys. And then maybe I would like attack over here was actually pretty smart. I would do it with more men and just use like artillery cover and all sorts, like anything you could possibly do over here. That way you could have. Okay, there was a plane that almost hit Lulu's men. Alright, so that way you could have all these special abilities call in right close to the map. So that way, as you can see, the IL-2 bomb strike, you call it in right on a bunch of armor. And you could essentially knock out one player's base. He would then have to refocus all of his men and time it to like repair it. And then, or you could just keep pushing and go along the center. Then we have to retreat all of our forces back. You have 2 people attack over here, maybe 3, maybe 2 with supporting, and then have another person place here. So that way, on 2 opposite points on the map, you have very, very, very powerful armies attacking. And that way, of course, you can't have a very slow-moving German force counter. You can't. Also, 2 30-45s on the run. I love how this Panther is like has no idea they have that many men. And it's just like it's so like he could have charged, probably killed this thing, but he's very close to killing that. So that would have been amazing if he killed it as they crossed. As you can see here, as long as we keep attacking them and just holding that point, we're causing damage to them, which is great. We have anyway multiple. Luckily, Bluter and Yavr sending in multiple men. My brother has a command tank, which allows them to, of course, see farther and fight farther and, well, pretty much also run faster, which is great, like pull back. They also have pack guns, which kind of helps against the Su-85s, because again, they can target these when they come around for the flank, and the Tigers and Panthers can worry about the infantry. Once again, trying to push over here. Unfortunately, these guys are putting more and more effort at killing me over here. So, unfortunately, I can't focus over there. So my brother and I switch instead of me focusing on mid all that much. I still have my Stuka providing support when applicable. To be fair, it's 4 stars, so now I can use the fire ability once they have the munitions, which is great because again, it's just like fire from the sky hitting their points. But that being said, my I still have to focus on fighting this front. That being said, they have a lot of AT guns, they have Fireflies, so my Tiger, I can't exactly send my Tiger out. I put these MG guns, which hopefully to keep them back. And luckily, I still have my Pack 43, which is now 4 stars, so yeah. That's great. That being said, they still have a lot of AT guns and stuff, so that is a big issue. It's like it's like these guys can move up and kill my bunkers, which allows the infantry to move up, which allows the infantry to kill the Pack 43, which allows the armor to move up, and then of course it's just Armageddon for our men. My brother is trying to move up some forces, while I guess his armor stuff is on the side. Still, again, the main contention point's over here. I'm really surprised that Yavor and stuff didn't come over here, because I swear to God they probably could have. They did kill this, but as you can see right here, another flaw with killing a bridge. The bridge can be repaired very, very quickly. You may be asking yourself, Greyshot, that's not quick. Honestly, previously it took longer. Like, so yeah, they upped the amount of time it takes to repair a bridge. Also, are all these guys even repairing? Okay, I was gonna say, that would've been weird if they weren't. IL-2 bomb strike coming in again, and now we have like this concentration barrage. They're really trying to break us over here. They're using all their support right now, and again, very smart, because again, it's very close to the edge of the map, so they can call in a ton of specials and supports and just start hitting this area. Nice, I want to say railway, supporting artillery coming in again, so we have to fall back. So yeah, I have to pull back, but yeah, they're providing a lot more damage over here. They're doing more damage, which allows them to capture this point, which, I mean, if we keep capturing mid, that's great, but if they capture over here, well, whatever. Luckily, my brother has a King Tiger, and I saw my Pack 43, which is going to help him out. And mid, Blue Leader and Yavor have been actually pushing up slowly but surely. I love these conscripts. Once again, no AT grenades. This guy's both really smart and really stupid, so whatever. Because again, he has a ton of munitions. Before you say, oh, Greyshot, he only has 100. Like, yeah, but he could cripple this Panther and allow these tanks just coming from the side and flank it. But, you know, that'd be a smart move. I've just been happy that we've been able to hold this line for so long. As you can see here, it's almost repaired. But yeah, compared to the amount of artillery we have and they have, we're winning just because we keep killing their infantry, and that relies on armor. And armor versus armor, we're using better tactics because we have better specials. Sure, he's blobbing T-30-45s, and that may look menacing, but, I mean, once you realize he's only using T-30-45s, you just be like, hey, we can counter. Also, this looks like they're, like, forming, like, a Power Ranger into, like, a super T-30-45. I'm sorry. It kind of looked like it for a second. Like, they were melding. Oh, speaking of meld, XCOM 2 comes out tomorrow, I think, if this replay comes out on the date I want it to. So it comes out tomorrow. I will have live streams of it. I will be playing it. I want to beat that game. I love XCOM, and I will probably lose men, and I will absolutely call my men my friends. So expect my brother, Blue Leader, Red Man, Yavor, Tank Killer, which I'll probably have to ask him what they look like, or maybe, you know what? I will just have like approximations of what they look like. My own imagination. My Xbox friends, which include Devastated Joey, Mushy Panda, Killateral, Maelstrom, GoldenEye, Proof Joey, Hawks, Twisted Dippy, all those guys, all those good guys, and also friends and other random characters. I did an XCOM series before, and I really enjoyed playing that, but I released it like a year and a half after Alien Within. I think it was a year after Alien Within came out, so no one really watched it, which I don't care. I was a smaller channel, too. But I really like doing that, because it was like a mission or two per round, and I don't know, I thought it was cool. But now I can do a live stream format, so you can see my reactions as, I don't know, Redman gets shot in the face or something. It'll be great. It'll be great. Anyway, Double King pushes back their men, knocked out their AT guns, because again, the King Tiger has explosive shots, which makes them able to easily kill these pieces of equipment, which is great. Still my Pack 43 here. 3 stars, by the way. 3 stars. Nice Panzer Warfare shot again, trying to make sure they hold that point. Honestly, they don't have that much armor. Like, I don't know what this guy's plan is. I really don't. I'm actually surprised he doesn't try to move up some of the mortar crew closer and start just, like, I don't know, using mortar crew. Like, he could move his mortar crews, like, right here and literally just start hitting his base. Like, I'm really surprised he doesn't do that, because, like, he could subtly kill Yavor's entire base with those heavy mortars. I'm just saying. Like, that's a cool strategy to do. But no one wants to do that because it doesn't involve a big heavy tank moving through. I also love how he got an armored car. I don't know why he got this. I think he wanted to do a target tread to kill some of the heavier tanks, but good luck with that. I mean, this guy is near pop cap and he has a ton of fuel and manpower, but like, oh my god, look at this guy, 900 fuel. It's not the fact they can't get armor, it's the fact they just suck with their armor and their attacks. And they keep trying the same thing over and over again, and it really just is annoying. Luckily for us, we keep moving our strategies. Again, my brother and I are coming in through the flank again. Yavard and Blue Leader over here. Sometimes we'll send forces back and forth. We'll attack over here. We'll push over there. We'll call in airstrikes where we need to. We'll call in special artilleries. We try to mix it up. Again, that's what you have to do. We keep some things consistent, like the Pack 43s, because so far they haven't countered them. Alright, it's for example, it's like giving Mewtwo... No, I'm sorry. It's like giving... it's like using a Pokemon until that Pokemon's no longer useful. Squirtle... No. What's the Squirtle? No. Bulbasaur is great for the first 2 gyms. Maybe 3. I think it went... Am I ever wrong? It went... for Pokemon Red and Blue, it was Rock with Rock. Misty was Water. And then there was the 3rd base, which was the Electricity base. And then the 4th base was... Oh god, it's been so long since I played the game. I'm either thinking it was... I'm thinking it was the Psychic base. And then, of course, it won't work because he's a poison. You keep using it until it's no longer useful, and then you get something that is useful. So, what do? We get 2 big heavy tanks, and I make sure I activate my special, which is the... For those who don't know, Spearhead, which, again... sight range increases and turret can track more quickly. Again, it can only operate within 90 degrees, but whatever. Still pretty powerful. He uses that special, which is also really annoying, that artillery cover, which, as you can see, very accurate. But the King's making a slow and steady retreat and actually did quite a lot of damage over here. Also, as you can see, my brother moved up, killed the Firefly that's been annoying us for quite some time, and also kind of looking for something very important. Just saying. They have to pull back some men on the backhand. They call in more artillery over here, slowly but surely falling back. Firefly, right out of sight range, slowly but surely retreating. Unfortunately, damage engines, we can't use our special ability to retreat. Use my fires to try to just cause damage. Unfortunately, I was hitting here, and as you can see, the farther it is back, the less accurate it is, which like kind of sucks. Wish it was over here. So close to killing a light infantry, but whatever. It is nice to actually as conscripts repairing his stuff, so that actually can go as frontline troops and other things. My brother's moving up forces, countering the Su-85. Unfortunately, as you can see, the artillery cover is just suppressing his men and will slowly kill it. He's not careful. Oh, yeah, and then also these guys moved up. And they kind of flanked. Unfortunately, he lost the Tiger. But as you can see here, T-35 is trying to flank. Didn't do that well. Oh, it was the Panther. Was it a tank or a Panther he lost? No, he lost a Panther. A Panther fought it. Also, I find it funny that there's still the shard remains over here of the previous battle, and neither myself nor my brother came over here for fuel. What you can do, you can take, of course, those resources. So, yeah, there's that. So, I love the second time, he's like, I'm going to go full force in that attack. Completely fails. Absolutely fails. Here's something you don't do. You don't charge in a fortified line, because all the line's going to do is turn from straight to right, as shown here with the pack guns, and completely and utterly wreck shit. Just saying. Also, if he just does an IL-2 bomb right here, I'm going to laugh so... No, he does it behind me. What's he going to call in? Another concentrated barrage. Oh, joy. Fortunately, he has better infantry, so I have to fall back. Panther's coming in, though. Got myself a Panther. King's healing in the meantime. Losing a light infantry, which is why I was able to get the Panther. So anyway, I'm like, okay, well, Katusha, huh? Being hit by the AT gun. I'm really not going to move. God damn, I hit myself sometimes. Anyway, they're over here. They have a normal Churchill infantry tank and a Firefly trying to hold this line. This guy is nothing. So much fuel and so much... He had so many tanks, and yet... I don't know how. It's like you're just losing it. And they have really strong abilities, too, so it's not like they just suck. Also, god damn it. Boom. There goes their Katyusha. Now, I go into their base thinking, they have more Katyushas. They have to have more Katyushas. No, that was the only Katyusha they have. And Slowpoke quit at this point. Alright? He quit. That's a minute and 5. He quit. Now, I show this game because I think this highlights the point where I've been having a lot of artillery-focused games. This is a time where actually Katyushas and artillery would have been great. Because, again, it could have hit this. It could have hit a lot of points. But no, they didn't want to do that. They want to go with big, heavy tanks and large flanks. That was an awesome plane crash. I'm just saying. That was an awesome plane crash. But we have a nice mix of infantry, armor, and artillery. And overall, majority of the game, we were winning. So I can't really state that, like... I'm not going to say, like, oh my god, Greyshot, like, the game changed. Like, well, for an hour and a half, we've been annihilating these guys, so... Yeah. I'm just going to... It's like, I'm going to keep showing this game because we keep annihilating them. And I actually think the Soviet player might... the AI might do better. God, check out a game I posted earlier. The AI got an upgrade. Well, mostly. Oh, actually, no, he's falling back. It's like, I'm out of here, peace. I'm going to focus more on this front. But anyway, I move up my tank over here so we can finally capture this point. There's a Centaur here killing my men, but whatever. I'm trying to anyway. Wow, nice triple threat over here, pushing back the Tiger. Infantry being swarmed by the Crocodile, burning him alive. 3-star Crocodile. What does that get anyway? Wow, they can repair their own... That's really cool. Do a nice little Stuka to hit all their forces all together. 4-star King Tiger, by the way. 4-star. Anyway, this guy swarms in with T-30-45s. Lots of artillery coming in. Use my special again, as you can see. And we're just wrecking shop. It's literally right now just how many tanks can you kill. Now, he rams me head on, apply directly to the armored tank. And as you can see, my gun's kind of disabled. So that's a negative. Slowly pulling back. Luckily, again, we're causing a lot of damage. We're able to push them back and do quite a bit. Unfortunately, a flank with an AT gun here is going to kill my Tiger. Alas, so close yet so far to getting out my 4-star Tiger. But like I said, they're countering with armor. It was a good flank too. Again, they put their armor knowing where we're going to go. Luckily, Pack 43. So unfortunately, it's facing the wrong direction because I was worried about them coming this way. So I turn it. Know where it's going to go. It's abandoned, unfortunately, but they're not going to kill it. So our troops moving in. Luckily, I move up an MG, along with all the points to hold this position. Again, this Soviet guy, more aggressive. All of a sudden, you know? They got 76, so there's AI stupidity for you. But hey, he's more aggressive. He's actually trying to take this point. More so that I don't even know what... Like, he was over here most of the time. I don't even know what he did. Like, the Fireflies were really sniping more than he was. Actually, let's take a damage. Oh, but actually, I take it back. Maybe he was doing a lot of damage. Maybe he was sniping the Tigers a lot more than I thought. Maybe the Fireflies just suck. Actually, I can probably take that back. They probably were, because they keep dying. Oh, my God. Anyway, pushing up men, trying to hold them back. Luckily, my brother got back his King Tiger. I have a 5-star Stuka, which I have to say is pretty epic. I mean, you have to say a 5-star Stuka is pretty awesome. But yeah, honestly, it's like, if I have to say how they lost this game, they don't have one of the 3 basic necessities, which is artillery, armor, infantry. You need all 3 to win a game. If you rely on 1 heavily, or maybe 2 heavily, it's not going to work out. And as you can see here, we have a nice combination of 3, so even though we have a big line over here, we're still winning because of the fact, well, we're still winning because of the simple fact that we use them effectively altogether. Also, nice artillery shot, knocking out the bunkers. So, as you can see, teammates still helping out. Do a nice Stuka trying to kill some of their stuff. Unfortunately, only slightly damages the Churchill. 49 kills, by the way, not too shabby. Armor moving up, trying to take out these comets. Excuse me. And, oh, the comet and the Centaur. Once again, I have no idea what this guy keeps doing with his armor. Oh my god, my throat. Probably what I get for doing this for an hour and 10 minutes. But hey, I want an explosive episode 90 with big battles, since the last few have been kind of lacking that. But whatever. Or big open-ended battles. But yeah, I don't know what this guy does with his comets. Like, they're very powerful forces, and he just keeps sacrificing them. Don't get me wrong, I've lost the King Tiger, but I've killed way more of these guys' comets than they have my king. Wow, nice bounces by... Oh, Pathfinding for the loss. Thank you, Pathfinding. Thank you, Relic, for fixing that. Honestly, Relic... No. Every game has a flaw in Pathfinding in this game. It's probably the biggest flaw I can find other than performance. Balancing, I think everything's wrote out. Honestly, I put enough games where each faction is won. I think everyone can rightfully say that I don't think any side can win if they play right or they play smart. And honestly, if you don't play like that, you're probably not going to win. Also, Pack 43. Once again, they forgot, and now it's going to screw them. But, as stated, oh my god, I love this. Oh, god dang it, they're pushing up with so much, and yet they forgot about the one big thing. Pack 43 for the win. Slightly better range, yay. Anyway, any faction can also win this game. I've won with the Soviets against heavy German armor, versing 3-star players, and I've won as the British. I've won as... I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really played the Americans all that much. I don't really like the faction. But, all in all, it's like I can't complain. Oh my god, nice artillery strike over here, neutralizing all their targets. And why you don't group up? Oh, their armor moves up, pretty much annihilating most of their men. That was a good counter. They are pushing over here in this. They're actually doing a pretty good job of slowly pushing up. MGs, make sure we can't push up. Yeah. And the point spread is pretty close, all in all, so can't say it's that bad. And again, 4-star Command Panther, nice job. Again, survivability is key. Sure, I think Yavard and Blue Leader have lost quite a few Tigers, but hey, they made the Tigers count more than these guys have. And I also love how they're just like this guy's like, I'm just gonna get AT guns. He's wasted all of his fuel pretty much on these T-30 45s, which he's been using this entire game. And that's something where it's like, dude, it's not working. Try something else. And before you say, oh, Greyshot, what could he try? Katyushas! God damn, if he would have got like 2 or 3 Katyushas, game over. Absolutely, game over. Because that would have wiped out all the OKW bases, which is, by the way, the OKW bases is what's healing our tanks and allowing us to keep fighting for so long. Or healing, I think they heal emplacements. Nonetheless, they would take out our emplacements. They would neutral, which, by the way, is also something. Why don't you use artillery to knock that stuff out? But, you know, it's just me. You could use it to counter our own artillery. It's weird. It's very weird. But yeah, also engineer squads again heal tanks on the front lines pretty good. Moving up, I'm assuming. Oh, AT gun line. Oh, that's funny. Who's gonna win? The Soviet AT guns or the German AT guns? Also, as you can see here, because of the cover here, they can't turn and fire, which is great for us. Brothers moving up. No, I'm moving up, sorry, with my King Tiger, which is looking the wrong way for some reason. Crocodile over there, missed the bombing strike with the King. Again, I hate when people use the IL-2 bombing, because they usually do it terribly. Use the IL-2 bombing against fortifications, which they kept doing against the bunkers over here, which I kept placing, like these, or against stuff in the back. Like, if he did it right here on the unit that, like, Yavert wasn't paying attention to, guarantee he would kill it. That's why I'm very effective at versing American players, because I just call on it right on their ambulance. And I call it's like while they're not paying attention. And I'll usually call it in as all their forces are retreating, because OKW players, British players, and American players typically attack in sort of blobs, which I'm not saying is a bad thing, I'm just saying it's part of the game. So when they all retreat at the same time, I call it in so I know it's like, alright, the infantry will be there in a few seconds. They can't divert, so they'll automatically hit it and die. There you go. And most people, I mean, you can technically divert it, but most people forget. So that's what I try to do. I activate my special. No. No, I don't activate my special. What the oh, yeah, yeah, I do activate my special. Flame. Which makes it very, very difficult for them to take that point. Oh, wait, wow, really? They found a spot? Never mind. Jesus Christ. Also, Pack 43 for the win once again, but, you know, I can only say it so many times. Also, I loved how he activated smoke. Oh, boy. That's great. Neutralized. Thank you, Pack 43. And Panzerwerfers for just neutralizing all their infantry. Oh, look at that. Panzerwerfers just annihilating them. Pack 43 moving around. Getting some nice knife shots on those pieces of armor. My brother's King Tiger getting some nice shots as well, making sure his Command Panther doesn't die from horrific means. Wow, did that support gun get the kill? I swear to God, they did. That would be amazing. I like how he's backing up, like trying to make sure it doesn't die. It's 4 stars. You want to make sure it doesn't die. It's a pretty awesome unit. That's actually... Wow, AI is being pretty smart. Why make a new AT gun while you can reman it? But at this point, they've pretty much... It's GG at this point. We can see that the battlefield is clear on their side. Blue Leader's taking this territory and clearing Hal's. Very nice. Yavrit's moving up his forces along with it. Healing with his tank. And pretty much all their forces are pretty much down to very, very low amounts. So while we have a bunch of heavy tanks and armor, they have nothing. And like I said in this game, I think their bombing strikes and artillery strikes, I say good game because, again, I'm a good sport. I think they missed the opportunity to hit a lot of our vital key points, and they never learned from their mistakes. They kept using the same tactics with T-30-45s, heavy Churchills and Comets and charging, and yeah, they try to move some spots up, but they never hit any vital targets. This was armor warfare. And to be fair, the comets and stuff could easily kill this. I don't want the bullshit that, like, oh, King Tiger is amazing OP and the best thing in the game. Like, no. God, no. Especially with Mark Target, you could easily kill this by just, like, paralyzing the King, hitting a few times with Fireflies and rockets, and boom, bang, GG. But they failed because, again, they didn't hit any vital targets. We had this entire side full of stuff, and they never hurt it all that much. Sure, they knocked out my Pack 43 once or twice, but I just either healed it or remanned it. It wasn't that big of a deal. While we, as you can see here, were able to push all the way to their base on multiple occasions and knock out their stuff. And you could say, like, oh, you guys had the wall. And I like how the guy's like 3v4. It's like, no, the last 10 minutes, like, again, he left at, what, 105? So the last 10 minutes, you've had 4. So I'm going to be honest. It's like, we were winning this game even before then. Like, you guys were slowly but surely losing up in, like, the 40-minute mark. We're doing nice hits. It's just you had overwhelming supplies. That's what helped you. And actually, it's a good point. For most of the majority of the game, they had more supplies than we did. They had more munitions than we did. Honestly, because, again, they had this entire side. They had this entire row, except for this star and this fuel. So they had a majority of the map under their control. And with all those extra resources, they just kept using the same strategy. That's also a good point. They had more resources, and they wasted it. So there's that. Anyway, that was a really good game. 19,000 damage round up. Pretty nice. Yavrik got most kills. Again, Panzerwerfers, I have to assume, is the reason why. Blue Leader did the worst, but that being said, 50,000, not too shabby. That's pretty much the average of a normal game, so I can't exactly say he did bad. And my brother did 101,000 damage, so overall pretty good. Actually, Blue Leader got the least amount of unit kills. That was pretty good. Or the units lost, I should say. Best player on their team was Slowpoke, which may be a reason why they lost, but whatever. At least the AI tried to push over here. And then these guys were like tied for third. They're all very, very close. Old Toby got a lot more units killed, but I'm assuming that's from the crocodile that he had available. Yeah, he had the crocodile. So, that's just me. In any case, that was a really good game. I really hope you enjoyed this really long game. It's been a while since I've had a really, really long game, so goddamn, my voice is like, starting to give out. But in any case, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time with a game, most likely viewer submitted. So yeah, there you go. It'll be a viewer submitted one. But episode 90 went something big. I'm talking too long, I know. See you next time.